Well, hello there friends and welcome back to my kitchen. So come along with me today while I have some fun things to set up the house, homestead, I don't know what to call this anymore. Basically to set us up for some fun deliciousness this summer. So I have two things going on over the last couple of days. One, I am planting or replanting some spring crops, and two, we are cleaning out our freezer ahead of spring and summer to get us prepped for easy grilling, easy fun stuff. So that is what I'm taking you guys through today. What I'm starting with is the food prep. So we are working on processing some of our bulk meats because typically in the winter, that's when we're doing like our beef stroganoffs, our crock pot, like our long, slow, low, roasty things. And so we are taking kind of all the cuts that we didn't get to this winter, and we are starting to grind them, turn them into fun things to eat during the spring, summer, etc. So what we are starting with is some venison jalapeno cheddar brats. I am very excited about this. We haven't made grind meat since like 2020. This recipe was by far the best one, and we didn't write it down. And we're using a new grinder because I was using the grind attachment of my KitchenAid back here, but I don't want to name names, but my husband broke my attachment engine on my KitchenAid and we still haven't fixed it yet. But we bought a new grinder. I'm gonna use it for the first time and kind of recreate our jalapeno cheddar brat recipe. And I'm gonna save a couple for tonight to smoke and serve with some roasted broccoli and potatoes because that is our favorite way to eat brats. Then we have some planting to do. I had some spring seeds that didn't germinate. I think it's because we had a couple of sneaky, really hard frosts that just kind of... So I'm going to replant some of my favorites, start a few more inside, and I'm gonna take you through that. So that is what we were doing today on the, I don't know, this is kind of like a homesteading video. So like that's what we're doing today on the homestead, right? But in my kitchen, in my garden, to set us up for a delicious spring and summer. So let's go. And can't forget an important detail. The book I am listening to is The Maid's Diary. I'm a few chapters in. It's so. I'm intrigued. We're gonna see what happens. I'm not expecting it to be like a great book. I did finish The Quarry Girls that I listened to the other week. It was fantastic. If you're looking for a mystery that's super immersive, that twists all the way up to the end, The Quarry Girls. Now it is dark. Do not be expecting like a nice light-hearted thing. It's not great, but fantastic read. Highly recommend. So we are starting off with a bunch of meat here, cut up into cubes. The other day, my husband did this. He took off the silver skin for the deer. This is a deer that he harvested last summer on the island of Lanai, which is amazing. It's a super interesting story. So the island of Lanai in Hawaii is overrun by this type of deer called axis deer. They're actually native to India. Some emperor or sultan brought it to the king and or queen of Hawaii in the 1800s, and they just have kind of run rampant. So Lanai has a big problem on the island. So when we went on vacation, Neil, being a hunter, jumped at the chance to help them with that population issue, and he ended up harvesting awesome deer. We've eaten from it since then, and now we are trying to get rid of some of the bulk cuts. So this is 4 big bulk cuts with 2 pounds of pork belly, de-skinned pork belly. You can't see it, it's at the bottom. But we cubed it, we put it in the freezer because I prefer to grind like a semi-frozen meat. I just think it goes through the grinder better when it's semi-frozen. So this is still pretty frozen, so I'm gonna prep everything else while this gets to the semi-frozen temperature. This is the brand of grinder that we purchased. We actually haven't used it. If it looks rough or wear, it's because it's gone through 2 moves. And that's just what things look like when you move twice in 1 year. But now, time to clean all the parts. So it's supposed to cube the cheese, but it's just kind of like chunking, which is fine. So I'm just trying to keep them larger chunks. All right, so cheese is done. I'm gonna pop this in the freezer while we prep everything else. So with this, I have 2, 4, 6. I have 7 big jalapenos. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use all of them yet, but I'm gonna prep them all because I'm here with gloves on, right? So I'm just going to core and deseed these jalapenos and then chop them up into big chunks because the cheese and the jalapeno are going to go in with the meat on the second grind. Alright, jalapenos are done. This is my biggest, widest bowl. I got it at a restaurant depot for like 13 bucks. It's amazing. So this is what I'm going to grind into. First grind is going to be a larger grind here, and then the second grind is what the jalapenos and the cheddar are going in, and then it's going to be a coarser grind like this. Oh, also pro tip, keep your produce bags and then use them as scrap removal. So everything is washed, and then I'm just setting this up per the assembly instructions. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Okay, so I just tried it out. It's super loud, so I'm gonna cut the audio while I'm actually grinding. But what I'm gonna do is with this meat, I'm gonna put it up here in the tray, put it through the grinder, and that's grind 1. So we have a full bowl here of the venison and the pork belly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add some seasonings, the cheese, and honestly I think a couple more jalapenos. Give it a good rough mix, and then we are going to put it in again. So with the seasonings, I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna do salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and then we're gonna have the cheddar and jalapeno in there. So I'm excited. If you're wondering, yes, you are resting on the grinder right now. But can't be a tripod, you know? I've got a good amount of salt. I'm just gonna crack this until my arm falls off. And I do need to refill it. Beautiful. The garlic powder. No, I'm not measuring. Just put a bunch in there. This is a lot of meat. Especially with like big bulk things like this. I always think I'm over seasoning it, but somehow I don't. Then we're going in with onion powder, and then we're gonna give it a good old mix. Okay, so apparently I don't have any more jalapenos or cheddar cheese, so this is what just we're working with. So I added the frozen, well, kind of frozen cheese in here. I'm gonna give everything a good mix, and then I'm gonna change out this grind plate to this guy and grind again to a fine grind. My forearms are gonna be like sore tomorrow. There's a lot of pepper in here. Hello. I don't think I have enough jalapenos. We're just gonna see what happens. What happens when you don't write recipes down. Write your recipes down. Don't be like me. Hopefully it'll all just work out. So there we have it. We have our grind. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my hands, mix it all up so it's even, because you can see like the different areas where, you know, it's just not as mixed as I would like, but that is a-okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it and then get our sausage casings prepped. Okay, so we have our grinder ready, we have our hog casing on and tied, and our meat ready to go. I have a tray here. I put some water in to make it easy, so like when the sausage hits, it has some like somewhere to go. But yeah, essentially we're gonna load this onto the tray, push it through, and do a nice big spiral sausage. Now, if I'm honest, this is the first time in a really long time I have done this, and I don't know how this is gonna go. I did think about maybe doing one log by myself first so I don't look like an idiot, but like, you know, we are discovering this together, okay? We're just gonna see what the heck is going on and how to do this together. I was supposed to prick. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, little sausage updates. So, stuffing is going slow. It is taking a lot of force to get the sausage stuffed into the casing. It's like not really, it looks good. It's not going that well. Thing in between this like casing stuffer and that, I'm gonna try to remove that to see if that's what's going on. But if not, honestly, I might just wait till Neil gets home because it's easier. I think it would be easier for two people. So one person, because what's happening is I have to like put all of my weight and press this down. And then at the same time with my hand, like guide the sausage out. So I don't know. I haven't really gotten to a flow. It's going really slow. Like I haven't even gotten to like half of it yet. And it's already been like 45 minutes. So, but I formed these okay. I'm getting some air bubbles, which is not good. So I'm gonna go in with a little toothpick and get some of those air bubbles out to see. But yeah, so we're trying to get it done. I'm gonna give it like one more shot. I'll just see if I can get it done when Neil comes home, or honestly just package it as bulk. Okay, so I got a tray of sausages and that's gonna have to do. They're not even all that great because this thing was getting on my actual last nerve. I had to put like my whole body weight to get it through there, and it wasn't even that good. So anyways, I have a tray of sausages that'll have to do, and then I'm gonna put the rest of this in bulk, and then future Becca will have to figure out what to do with it. Not me. I'm done with it today. So I'm gonna wrap this up, clean off the counters, and get to a more peaceful part of my day, which is my gardening. Let's do it. So the bulk, I don't know if we're going to case it at a different time or keep it in bulk. I don't know, like do jalapeno cheddar venison burgers or whatever. So I'm putting them in these wild game bags. I bought these in bulk. We have a ton of these. So even if we try to make links again, I'm not really hurting. So I'm just gonna get the bulk in and then get the sausages in some freezer bags and be done with it. So this is everything here. We have 3 bags and 5 4-packs here. There are also 5 links that were open or burst. We're gonna try to have those for dinner. So all of this plus 5. So it was a big, huge sausage day. And I am tired and just ready to sit with some plants. But first, dishes. Over 2 weeks ago, I planted peas, radishes, chard, and spinach. And we've got no germination, big zero germination. So what I think happened is we had a couple of really hard frosts and the seeds just kind of puttered out. That or birds in our patio area, we've seen some bird activity, so maybe they just got picked over. So we don't miss out on some of the good spring veg, we are going to re-rack today. Here's what I'm doing. We are planting two kinds of peas. We have Lillian's Caseload and King Tut Purple. So I did Lillian's Caseload last fall and we got 100% germination rate. So I know this is a good variety for my garden. I don't really know what happened this time. The King Tut Purple is new to us, so I can't really speak on that. But what I'm doing is I just measured out some seeds. I'm going to cover them in water, let them sit overnight, and plant them tomorrow. Then today I'm gonna go in and plant some radishes. I had planted this variety, which I was really excited about, but like I said, we've got nada, zilch, goose egg. So nothing from the Easter egg blend. But we love French breakfast radishes, and the Rudolph radishes look pretty cute. So what I'm gonna start inside are this Swiss chard and some spinach. I'm just gonna start them in an egg tray today, just to see if I can get some sprouts up first, and then we can get them in the ground once they sprout. And then while I'm getting that stuff done, I'm re-racking some microgreens. So I'll take y'all through that. Our microgreens are ready. This week we grew cantaloupe microgreens, and they are a trip. They taste exactly like, you know, like the last bite of cantaloupe before the rind. They taste exactly like that. They're really cool. So I'm gonna harvest these and get them weighed out and then re-rack. So that is them all harvested, and just from today, we got 1.15 ounces, and yesterday we harvested 0.25 ounces. So that's 1.4 ounces total from this tray, which I am very happy about. So now what I'm racking for this week actually is going to be a blend between mustard, radish, beet, and broccoli. Have everything mixed here. Let's go plant. One thing I really love about microgreens is they're a really nice sustained system. So once I'm done with this, I just put it in our compost. It just goes right back into our garden. It breaks down really easily and adds a lot of nutrients to our soil. By now, you guys know the drill. So now we've got them planted and in a nice bright spot, and cover and way down. And wait till they sprout. Now I'm gonna take this egg carton and get my spinach and my chard started, because now I've never actually started in an egg carton before, but I don't feel like going and getting more like seed starting trays, so I had an egg carton. We're just gonna see what happens. So honestly, kind of calling like an audible here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a Sharpie and I am, to my moist soil, I'm going in and making a hole in each carton area. I'm taking my seeds, I have them on the lid here. And in each hole, I have a lot of seeds, so I'm gonna drop 3 in each. Then I'm going through and just closing those holes. Throw a label on it. One last shower. Then I'm gonna get these on a tray and go find a sunny spot for them. All right, we got them a little home on a tray. Of a nice sunny window, so let's see how they go. So just in case that doesn't work, I found this small tray as a backup. These are just peat cores that I'm gonna slowly hydrate and plant some more. I used all the chard, but I have some spinach seeds left and get those in now. Now I'm going to plant some potatoes. Here I have 4 chitted and scarred German butter balls. Now this weekend we planted that whole patch, but we have these 4 like really nice guys that I'm going to add to a grow bag because we don't have the heart to throw them out. So I'm gonna get these planted and show you guys how we did that. Okay, so here we are in the tater patch. So we are gonna fill this bag just like these guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these chitted potatoes. They're gonna go in the ground up, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my frisky little hand and go about a fist deep, put the potato in there, cover it, and then I'm gonna water it, and that's about it. Then I'm just gonna give it a light water because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some rain today, and I know it's gonna rain tomorrow, so I don't wanna like flood it first thing. But what's nice is that it's in grow bags. You can't overwater a grow bag. Okay, so I'm in one of my new raised beds on my patio. I'm going to plant some of this Rudolph radish. In the other raised bed, I planted some French breakfast radish. So I'm going to get them in this bed. Herbs will be here, but the herbs I'm planting aren't frost tolerant. So it's going to be about a month and a half, which is plenty of time, allegedly, for these to be harvested. And then I'm also going to put some in the tomato bed right next to this. Now I'm trying to put 2 in each one. It's radishes, I'm not really too concerned about it because they're easy to thin. Mostly I just want some sort of germination, if I'm honest. So I'm being pretty liberal about my seeding. I'm gonna cover up the holes, make sure everyone is submerged. And these are good to go. So I am not gonna be watering them right now because we have rain coming in like an hour. Fingers crossed we actually get radishes this time. Okay, so our pea pellets have fully hydrated. See, they're big, tall, and plump now. I'm gonna go ahead and put them back in this tray and plant some more spinach. I'm gonna take some potting soil here and cover them up. So now I've added my spinach pellets with the rest of our seedlings. Let's see how they go. So the last thing I'm gonna plant are the peas that I soaked yesterday. So I have my dehydrated pellets again. So now I'm gonna rehydrate them and then plant the peas. All right, and the final task of the day, we are going to plant our peas. So I have the King Tut pea and our Lillian's caseload. Again, last year this had 100% germination rate, and right now it's at 0. So Hopefully starting them inside and then transferring them out will help. So I'm just gonna get them in the pots and over in the seedling station. With these, I just take, honestly, I'm just taking this little sign thing and digging out some dirt. Start with the Williams caseload. I just push it down and cover it, and then just rinse and repeat. And there are the peas and my spinach, and it's been 2 days, and let's see, that's a little spinach root, but we already have some germination on the spinach, so I call this a success. Nothing so far on the chard or the spinach tray. That is okay because the other guy over there is on a warm germination mat. And this is just getting sunlight, so that'll take a bit longer. That is a wrap on the fun activities in the house, homestead, whatever this is for the week. So thank you guys for coming along and watching some of my sausage processing and garden starting for this delicious spring and summer. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.